Let's spice it up a little bit. Let's get a little more raunchy. Am I the asshole for taking my boyfriend's sex toys? This is gonna be weird. So much context is needed. I, 28 female, and my boyfriend, 31 male, have been together for almost 9 years, and we have had a very good relationship to this point. He was always very nice and caring, and through our years together, we have explored many different aspects of our sex life. We aren't exactly traditional, and some of the things we enjoy involve toys. These toys can be used alone or with someone else, and the specific toys that sparked this conflict are the anal toys. We are in a bit of a BDSM relationship. I like that description. With him on the receiving end. Okay, it gets better. We only ever use the anal toys on him, as I do not enjoy them. I make significantly more money than him. It's a FinDom situation as well. So I bought all of the toys, some costing upwards of $100. I don't know when it happened, but at some point he got into contact with some online dominatrix and they really hit it off. I caught him on FaceTime with her. She was having him use the toys I bought on himself. It was shocking to say the least. Yeah, that's just cheating. GG's, RIP. He made some excuses, but I couldn't stand to see him in the aftermath. So I packed up all my stuff and went to stay with my friend who lived in the area for a bit. Part of what I packed were the toys I bought. Within the day, he had called me asking where all the toys had gone. He's just fucking scampering around looking under everything, dude. Your girlfriend left, packed everything up, and within a day, you're already busting out the anal sex toys. I told him I took them because they're technically mine, but he said that's unfair. He says I should just let him have them since I'll never use them anyway, and also that I'm overreacting. He says that since it was all online, it isn't really cheating. No. And that I should just come home. No. That's such a dumb no. I'm taking my Radiohead CDs and the plugs. This line right here is so weak, dude. He says that since it was online, it isn't really cheating. Come on. It's a one-on-one session with a dominatrix. Okay? That's cheating. He's my first real relationship, and I don't want to flush 9 years down the drain over some petty overreaction to what he says is essentially just porn. No. See, that's the difference. He's trying to blur the line. It's not just porn. It's a one-on-one session with somebody else. That is not acceptable. Also, he's right. I'll never use the toys. Am I being the asshole? This is kind of a weird one, because like I get his point of like, you're not going to use them. You know, we bought them together, but I get she bought them, so they are hers. But I usually don't like that line of reasoning alone on it by itself. I usually don't like that line of reasoning of I paid for it, therefore it's mine, when you get something for somebody else. On its own, I don't really like that reasoning, and I typically will not like make a decision based on that. But the fact that he was like specifically using them as a function of like cheating, I get the aspect of wanting to take that away from him as like a punishment. Not because it's necessarily the right thing to do, but I get it in terms of getting back at him, because he cheated using those things that she bought for them to use together. And so she can take the road of they're technically mine, which on its own I usually don't like. But I think the fact that it's more of like a revenge play, I think it's more acceptable for her to take those from him, because it's kind of petty. But he deserves that. Like, it's kind of like, this is am I the asshole? But this could be a petty revenge thread as well. You know what I mean? It's kind of the same, kind of that vibe. Like, I kind of fuck with that because he's kind of a dick. And yes, exactly. But he's implying he's going to keep doing that while she's gone, knowing she doesn't want him to do it. Yes, exactly. He was looking for the toys because he was about to do that thing that just broke his girlfriend's heart. He was about to have some dominatrix tell him how to use these toys on him. The dude's a dickhead, obviously. The dude is obviously a dickhead, so she's totally fine. I'm gonna read the edit and then we'll look at the comments. We'll see if anybody else agrees. Thanks for all the advice. A lot has happened and some of it was really useful. I went back to the apartment and we had a very serious conversation, and like many of you said, he was paying her. I just kept asking why, but he couldn't give me a solid answer. At first he said it was just porn, like before, but later on, after I told him I considered it cheating, he admitted to also considering it cheating. Apparently, he'd been cheating on me with other doms for a few years now, since he started working from home, but only once in person. I asked about what needs I wasn't fulfilling, like many suggested. That's not your fault. That's not your fault. But he told me he was just bored of me. Oh, Jesus. And it wasn't a big deal. It's not a big deal that you're just bored of your girlfriend, that you've been in a relationship with 9 years. I think that's a big deal. I also asked him for the Dom contact info so we could work out the toy situation, which he happily gave. I tried asking some other things, like what we could do to salvage our relationship, but he got annoyed and rude to me, so I decided to leave it there. Damn, she wanted to make it work out. I do feel a bit better about it knowing he paid her. Is that better? I do feel a bit better about it knowing he paid her. I guess that's where his half of rent has been going. And you feel better about that? Okay. Anyway, I got into contact with the online dom. She's very nice. I offered to sell her the toys at a discounted price, $150, so that she could keep her customer. Dude, this girl is going way above and beyond. She's being way too nice to this boyfriend. She agreed and was very apologetic about the whole thing. Dude, that's weird. We're gonna get coffee in a few days to exchange goods, because even though I'm giving the toys back, I can't personally give him back the things he used to cheat on me. This is the weirdest coffee date ever, dude. You are going to have coffee with a dominatrix that your boyfriend paid for so that you can deliver the sex toys that they used in your relationship of 9 years that is now over because of this. This is the craziest part so far. Some people put too much importance of the time you've been with a partner. It doesn't matter how long if they treated you awful. True, yeah, because you got to get out. If it's bad, you got to get out no matter how long it's been. If it's been 3 weeks, if it's been 10 years, it's been 30 years. If it's bad, get out. Because a bad relationship at 9 years could turn into a bad relationship at 15 years. Because it's a gambler's fallacy, you know what I mean? To answer some things frequently brought up, when I said some of the toys could be used with someone else, I meant that they're partner toys. Not that we were in an open relationship. We were not. Oh, okay. She was correcting. Okay, yeah. I didn't get that from reading it. Oh yeah. Why did she mention? Oh, I mentioned that I make more money to explain why I bought all the toys instead of him. Yeah, that's it. There's no financial abuse. I made a joke about FinDom. I was obviously just joking. I'm very much into this. I'm very much into being his dom. Oh my god. I thought she said I'm very much into his dom. I'm very much into being his dom. IDK, why so many of you guys think it was forced on me? Okay, she's just addressing some like weirdos in the comments. Like I said, this subreddit has a lot of weirdos. She should have told him anything could be an anal toy if you're brave enough. True. Like this fucking sparkling ice right here, dude. First off, he was so cheating. Yep. The fact that he called concerned about getting the toys back and not you should tell you exactly what he wants to do moving forward. Sorry, but you've been replaced in his heart by his online dom. That's kind of rough. I don't know. That's rough. Called to get them back so he could keep using them to cheat on her. The fact that this girl actually gave him the toys, well, I mean, at a discounted price, she wasn't going to use them. So, I mean, I guess who else would buy them? You know what I mean? That's a crazy story, man. I speak from experience when I say better to flush 9 years down the drain than 20. Exactly. He cheated, so that's the only relevant event in your story. You taking the sex toys and him whining about it suggests he doesn't care about hurting you. When you like punish a kid, you take away their toys. This is like a man child, but with being punished by taking away his sex toys. It's crazy, dude. I'd have given them back with pepper spray all over them. Ooh, that's rough. I think that might cross the line of petty revenge. It turns into like criminal revenge. What a weird one, dude. That was a weird one. I like that one. Let's try to find more spice. The one I posted is spicy. Was that the Tokyo one? The Tokyo subreddit? Okay, let's read this one. I love the title. When I read the title of this one, I was just like, dude, this is gonna be crazy, right? Like, cause this, no one does this. Right? Look at this. I got a testicle massage and it was amazing. Parentheses, not sexual. I mean, what a fucking opener, dude. Apparently it's the best thread on the Tokyo subreddit, so it's gotta be good. 4 days ago. There's a type of massage called Jepkisai. I don't know how to pronounce that, but I'm sure that's probably close. Which is a therapeutic massage where a woman massages your groin, inner thighs, taint, and of course, testicles. It was 14,000 yen for a 60-minute testicle massage. Here's the process. Okay, wait, how much is 14,000 yen? 14,000 yen is $100. $100 for a 60-minute testicle massage. Okay, not sexual. Why does it have to specifically be a woman then? Might I ask? Here's the process. Arrive, take shower, 20 minutes spent massaging groin, taint, inner thighs, then 40 minutes of pinching and rubbing and massaging testicles and pushing energy up the shaft. Dude, that does not sound fun. It does not sound good. I'm wincing. I'm already hurting and it hasn't just barely started. To be clear again, this is not sexual. If you have to remind people. Although she sometimes does rub your penis in order to move the energy from the testicles up the shaft. Bro, you're throwing taint in quotes, but you're not throwing energy in quotes. Give me a break, dude. My side eye is stuck. Yeah, this is the hardest side eye ever. The first half is extremely painful. You know how there are knots in your legs, backs, etc. when you haven't gotten a proper massage in a while? Oh, what, there's fucking knots in your balls, dude. Well, imagine your groin, which has probably never gotten a deep tissue massage ever. There were actually knots in my groin area that she broke up with powerful rubbing, and it almost made me cry out in pain. She broke through the knots and then moved to my ballsack. Dude, why is this hurting me so bad? Oh, this does not sound good, dude. The ball massage is actually somewhat pleasurable. She's basically just massaging and kneading your balls and getting the blood to flow for 40 minutes. It doesn't really hurt that much, but it hurts. It's cockball torture. No, dude, it's cockball therapy. The results were astounding. After I got home and relaxed a bit, I checked my balls and noticed that they had increased in size by nearly 50. Yeah, dude, because they're damaged. They're damaged, dude. You need to go to the hospital. This was not a massage parlor, dude. You were drunk. This was just some woman in the alley. They weren't in pain or swollen. I think it's just blood flow that has been improved. Also, I woke up with a raging erection this morning. Oh, by the way, not sexual. Felt like I was 15 again. I'm 32. I highly recommend this vitalizing therapy to people. The funniest part is that I told my girlfriend, who still lives in America but is planning to join me soon, that I was thinking about getting a ball massage and she thought it was hilarious. When I told her I actually got one, she was kind of shocked that I actually got it, but laughed when I told her about the experience. Well, at least she's in good spirit about it, I guess. Then at night, she randomly called me and said she was ultra pissed, never mind, that I allowed another woman to touch me and see me naked. Exactly, bro. Like, come on. You're not getting around it. Despite me telling her over and over again that the woman is 60 years old and this is not a sexual massage. Women, lol. Really, dude? Women, lol? Not sexual. This isn't sexual. She's rubbing my balls. I had a raging erection. Also, woman being 60 years old, irrelevant. This guy's an idiot. This guy's a fucking moron. It's a funny ass story though. The guy's an idiot, but this is funny as fuck. Oh god, dude. I can't even think about it, dude. Post of the year. Part of this massage would be fine. Not the groin, but like the inner thighs and like getting up there. But it would still be really fucking uncomfortable. Especially if it's supposed to be like those like deep tissue massages where they're like throwing their fucking knuckles in there. There's no quicker way to make people think something is sexual than if you keep saying it's not sexual. I wonder where this goes. I don't want to open it. Well, that and tossing the phrase raging erection. Right? Exactly, dude. 40 minutes. Cock and ball therapy. I said that. That's it. You've endured enough cock and ball torture. Time for some cock and ball therapy. Or if his girlfriend got a pelvic massage by a dude, maybe a tube-shaped massaging rod could help her relax in certain hard-to-reach places. Only if the dude is 60. Well, time to ask some non-sexual ball massage is not cheating. Oh, what a wild post. This one's pretty good. Ooh, here's a petty revenge one. Here's a petty revenge one that leads to a decent conversation. Boyfriend, 22 male, couldn't stop liking half-naked pictures of other women, so I, 21 female, posted one of myself. See what happens, dude. We'll see what he says. I already know. It's probably going to be a dude who's like, oh, man, when women post on Instagram, that means they're advertising themselves. It's horrible, dude. But then he likes all the posts. And so if his girlfriend does it, he's going to be butthurt about it, right? Let's see. All right, my 22 male boyfriend has started following a lot of Instagram women. Not regular ones. I don't mind those, but particularly ones in lingerie with their asses out. Even was watching their OF. Okay. I, 21 female, told him it made me uncomfortable and to stop, but his response was, it's just Instagram. Oh yeah, what about OF? You're doing too much. It's not that serious. And he kept doing it. Well, I posted some pictures of me in a G-string bikini, ass out and all. He saw it and started freaking out, of course. Slamming doors and yelling. He was like, ew, you don't respect yourself. Girls who do that are hoes. That's embarrassing. I don't want my girlfriend doing that, bro. That's weird. Dude, what a freak. In his mind, he's like, there are girls, there are women, and then there are fucking objects of pleasure. He has separated these two things in his brain, dude. What a fucking freak. All right, let's see what else he's got. He told me to take it down, and I said, no, isn't this what you like to see? And his response again was, you're in a relationship, why would you do that? And I said, I'm only posting what you like. After I said that, he started ignoring me, and it's been hours, and honestly, I don't care. I don't feel bad at all. For months, I was uncomfortable and asked him to stop, and he couldn't, so yeah. Now he's a victim of crime he participated in. Yeah, what a fucking dork, dude. What a dork. It's like, dude, you're mad at her for being on that side of the exchange, but you're on the other side of that exchange, doing that when you're in a relationship, like liking all the girls' posts, that are like, they have their ass out, as she puts it, and you're paying for OnlyFans when you have a girlfriend, and then he flips the lid when she does that. Because that's what I mean, dude. These like red pill, toxic masculinity, dipshit podcasters, the Andrew Tate types, they have fucking brain rotted men, young men, into thinking that like women who I find sexually attractive are only meant to be seen as sexual objects. It's like, dude, what the fuck? Even if a girl, her whole life, her whole career is posting half naked pictures on the internet and maybe even doing OnlyFans and all that shit, that doesn't apply to every fucking woman, dude. It doesn't just mean that all women are just inherently like sexual objects for you to fucking thirst over. And if a woman that you respect decides to show some skin on Instagram, like in a bikini or something normal like that, and you automatically reflexively devalue that woman in your mind, you are fucking brain rotten, dude. You have been broken. It's crazy, dude. Thanks for the replies. I was not expecting this to blow up. For context, I do want to leave guys, but it's super hard. I don't know. Oh, she wants to break up with them. I know that I lack self-love and respect. Oh, I don't know. I have realized that I am following in my mom's footsteps and that should change. I can't wait to update you guys when I have officially left. Sorry for disappointing. Yeah, she's being hard on herself. Tough situation. And she's a 21-year-old girl. I mean, what a situation, man. I wasn't like this when I was 22. I wasn't like this when I was like 18. What is going on, dude? These like Gen Z guys that are like raised on TikTok who are like fucking unironically mewing. You know what I mean? There's dudes. Oh my God. Okay. I'm like almost 30, right? So like when I was on the early internet, I was exposed to like 4chan and shit like that. Now I was never like a white nationalist on 4chan. It was just like there was memes there and I would go there once in a while, right? You would stumble across it. So I was familiar with a lot of the troll shit, like mewing. And if you guys aren't familiar with mewing, it's this weird like eugenics thing where this dude created this process of lifting your tongue up in the back of your throat so that it would like appear that your like jawline is sharper, because that's seen as like an ideal like face structure. Okay, it's very eugenics weird shit. That was a meme. It was a joke 20 years ago. It was a joke to trick insecure men into doing weird shit because they saw it on the internet. And now 20 years later, there are people unironically mewing because they think it's real. Because people have become so fucking superficial and so fucking deranged and have the most fucked up social constructs of what relationships are and how to get into a relationship and what it means to be a man and to be masculine and all this stuff, that they are unironically fucking mewing. And then they have this ideology right here. They all share this ideology about girls posting on Instagram. If girl post on Instagram, then girl is object for me to like. They've like created this like class of like subhumans in their head that if a woman appears to be sexually provocative, then they're suddenly no longer a fucking human to them. It's so fucked, dude. Normally I would say that's childish, but yeah, no. You gave him a different perspective. I'd dig it even further and say now other men like him can follow you and like your pics. Yeah, exactly. Like the birds aren't real people who now believe it. Yeah. Well, that's like a whole funny thing, dude, because the birds aren't real thing was a really fun like thought experiment, because it was like, let's create the dumbest conspiracy theory on the planet, and if we act like it's true and we use all of the tropes of every other conspiracy theory, people will then realize how silly these conspiracy theories are. But then people unironically believed it. And so really what they ended up proving is that conspiratorial thinking isn't just a matter of being manipulated and persuaded, but it's also a matter of being mentally ill. That if you have a conspiracy mind, you are mentally ill. The world always finds a bigger idiot. That's true. Yeah, like when everything is a conspiracy, when you're being gang stalked and you're just a normal person and you think everybody's following you, I hate to break it to you, but you probably have like schizophrenia. So like, that's all that birds are real thing like proved, is that people who believe in conspiracies are broken and need actual help. They actually like literally need medical intervention. For your next act of petty revenge, dump him. He acts like a child and can't accept her issue and thinks it's nothing, and also wants an open relationship threesomes. Where was that? Did I miss that part? The worst part of modern communication is finding out how dumb and messed up people are. True. Yeah, the internet is crazy like that. Two of your other posts. Ooh. My boyfriend wants a threesome. He just wants to fuck other women. Am I the asshole for telling my boyfriend he's wrong for wanting to sleep with other women? Yeah, she had other posts where it's clear that he wants to be with other women. So this kid just isn't ready for a committed relationship. This guy, he's got a dumbass worldview about women, and he's too immature to be in a relationship. That's it. Did we do Would I Be the Asshole If I Broke Up With My Girlfriend for Humiliating Me? The fact that this has 22,000 upvotes already, I have a feeling this isn't going to be a normal kind of humiliation. Breaking up with, you can break up with somebody for any fucking reason, you know what I mean? Humiliating you, that's a pretty valid one, depending on what the situation is, so I guess we'll find out. Throwaway because she and I lurk Reddit. I, 23 male, have been with C, 23 female, for 4 years. We got together during our freshman year of college. We became very close, and we both held similar beliefs and wanted similar things out of life. We moved in with each other and grew very close, almost inseparable during the pandemic. I wanted to marry this woman until last night. C has been under more stress from work and family during the last few months. Her dad has cancer, and it hasn't been easy on her. She's been drinking more and more. And while I don't mind her drinking, it's how she gets when she's drunk is where I begin to have issues. She has a tendency to get pretty mean and say some awful things. Talking about my appearance or how small my member is, that's fucked up. Leave. Out. Get out. She makes me feel like I'm not enough for her sexually or emotionally. She is almost always apologetic the next morning, and we'll spend the next few days after that trying to fix things, but we'll turn around and do it again when she drinks. That's the way it goes with drinking. It really came to a head last night when I took her and her friends out to a local bar that's popular. I volunteered to be their DD for the night. She's driven drunk before, and I didn't want her to make that choice again. I told her that I didn't want her to drink too much tonight, and she agreed that she wouldn't. The bar was packed when we got there, so we all went and sat at the bar and ordered some food and drinks. They were enjoying themselves, and I watched the game while they drank and enjoyed themselves. I got up and went to the bathroom, and when I came back, I noticed my girlfriend was getting louder and her friends screamed cock sleeve while laughing. She then said, as I walked up and was in earshot, that her ex was the biggest she had and she missed it. I pretended not to hear it because I knew she was getting drunk. I touched her back and sat down at the bar again before the guy sitting at the table grabs both our attention and asks us if I was the cock sleeve guy. And I immediately felt like I was gonna be sick. These guys are laughing at me and asked C if she was serious. She kept laughing. So I just grabbed my keys and walked out. I left both her and her friend there at the bar and drove home. What if he was talking about his ex's body? She'd be livid. Yeah, exactly. And it hits especially hard too. This is like men's biggest insecurity for the most part. Men usually grow out of it, hopefully, in their like 20s. But like when you're like a young guy, how old is this guy? 23. He should be kind of over it at this point. But anyway, everyone's different. Their biggest insecurity for a long time is their dick size. Okay. And it's not just their dick size. It's the person they're with, the previous boyfriend's dick sizes. 99% of all insecurities that you see with men, tying this back to the last one of like boys not wanting their girlfriends to like post sexy pictures online, it all comes from this idea of like, I don't want there to be other guys that pursue you that you would actually like more than me, right? So it's about this comparative thing. So in the most intimate setting for men, a lot of them are under this delusion that like your dick size matters. And obviously to this girl, it kind of does, but it's not every girl is like that, right? Not every girl is a size queen. And so like that is going to hurt this guy in a way that is like unrecoverable. Because this isn't just like insecurity about like not having a six pack, right? Because you can like change that. You can't change your dick. That's just some shit you're born with, dude. That's the crux of wanting a low body count. I think so too. I think that's what most of the dudes who care about the girls like body count is because they don't want to have their dicks compared. I swear to God, I think that's it. Because I don't care about like the body count shit, whatever. That doesn't fucking matter. Because it's not about that. Like a relationship is not just about fucking. And like sex also isn't just about the size. Sex isn't just about the act of what you're like, all of the things that are happening. It's about the intimacy. It's about so much more. It's about that connection, right? So all of these things don't matter. They are superficial, but it doesn't stop men from being incredibly fucking insecure about it, especially when they're younger. And a lot of the times it doesn't stop a lot of girls from being real fucking gross about it. Like I'm not just throwing the guys under the bus in this situation. There are girls that are like this. There are size queens, and it's really fucked up and not fair. Like they really shouldn't be. I immediately packed up my essential stuff and went to stay with a close friend for a few days. I didn't get any texts from C until about after an hour after I left them there, asking where I was. I then got a bunch of missed calls and texts that weren't anything but angry. I answered one call and she was still slurring her words, and I heard she was in the bar still, so I hung up and turned off my ringer. I woke up to a stream of apology texts and more missed phone calls. She apologized and said she fucked up and was wondering when I was coming home, that I satisfy her and that I'm more than enough for her, that she'll make this right if I come home. Dude, just shut the fuck up. You already said the shitty things. Fuck you. There's no taking some shit back. A lot of them are Christians or religion, so it fucks with their head. Yeah, definitely. That definitely is a contributing factor. Definitely. This whole idea that like the girl you are with has to be a virgin is deranged on so many levels. Like it's so fucking weird, dude. I will never understand that. It's so weird. It's sick. It's sick that I satisfy her and that I'm more than of her, and that, yeah, she'll make this right if I come home. Yeah, by doing what? Putting out? I'm just done. I feel humiliated and embarrassed. Her and I had what I thought was a good sexual relationship. We did foreplay, used toys, but I've never once not gone out of my way to pleasure her or to get her off. I'm not the biggest guy down there, so yeah, I use a sleeve to help her get off too. That's wild. That's crazy. I just didn't think she would use that against me like that. That's so fucked, man. This dude is doing everything to satisfy her sexually. He's doing the foreplay. He's using the toys. He even went so far as to get a fucking dick sleeve. If she really cares about size that much, well, guess what? He can fucking screw on an upgrade and fucking get that business done. And now she's making fun of him publicly for going out of his way, addressing something that I'm sure he's incredibly insecure about. Hello, dude? Fuck this girl. I just didn't think she would use that against me like that. I don't want to go back home. I love her, but I feel really humiliated and like she doesn't respect me as a man or partner. Would I be the asshole if I broke up with her over this? No. She's been a perfect partner otherwise. Yeah, but she's spiraling. She's gonna continue being like this. She's drinking more and more. It's over, bro. I just feel like she didn't respect me at all, and after what she said about her ex, I can't help but suspect things. I'm going to text C back and tell her that I'll be there tomorrow and talk and get the rest of my things. My supportive friend said I don't have to worry about a place to stay for now. She's always been one of my closest friends, so it feels good to have my support right now. Thank you everyone for your advice. I plan on ending things with C. My friend and her brother are going to go as well to make sure things don't go crazy. I don't know what C might do at this point. You can end the relationship for any reason at any time. Your partner drinking more and more, yep, and discussing private matters in public is certainly a valid reason. Yes, that is more than valid. And it's not even just private things. It's like the private things in the most disgusting way possible. If he goes back, she's going to twist it on him. Yeah, she'll be like, yeah, you remember when you fucking overreacted about me making fun of your small dick in a public bar? Exactly. This is exactly what she would do. She's a douchebag. This girl sucks, dude. Dude, finally a thread that isn't like the man bad. Finally, we have a woman bad. Bro, run. My guy, my boyfriend is on the smaller side, and I would never treat him like that in a million years. There's no going back from that. If you're struggling with the thought of taking her back, imagine all those friends at your wedding judging you. Oh, yeah. If she told them, I'm sure she's told others. This is a blessing. You dodged a bullet. Run far away. The embarrassment is bad enough, yes. Her getting mean when she gets drunk is enough for you to leave. Yeah. If you're with a partner and she's getting drunk they're getting drunk all the time, whoever it is, and they're like mean when they're drunk, dude, just stop, dude. Just bounce, just bail. It ain't worth it, because that's gonna escalate. It's only gonna get worse. What did I just miss? Some wild shit. Don't worry, I'll edit it. It'll be on YouTube. We'll get it all in there. A lot of hot takes on this one. I lost my fiance and daughter to a drunk driver, so I thank you for trying to be responsible for her. That's good. That being said, she deserves nothing from you. Leave her and don't ever turn back. All right, I think we said everything we need to say about that one. Like, no, this guy would not be the asshole for dumping this girl for that. You wouldn't be the asshole for dumping her for far less. I will be honest, I read the first couple paragraphs of this one because I wasn't sure about it because it was posted earlier today. And when I looked at it, it was like posted 2 hours ago or something. But it seems to be doing pretty well. I read the first 3 paragraphs and it does sound kind of fucking crazy. So we are going to do this one. I'm just slightly spoiled on it. Am I the asshole for CCing all family, friends, and coworkers after my husband divorced me via email? I, 47 female, woke up yesterday morning to an email from my husband of 21 years entitled, Working Things Out. Very deceptive title because instead of arranging a meeting or even a phone call, my husband goes on a 4-paragraph soapbox speech about how marriage is supposed to be, for the most part, an in-person commitment, and that it pains him to say this, but this cannot go on anymore. He goes on a very clinical, detached tone to describe how us not speaking for a week before our big fight and then not hearing from me for a week afterwards is abandonment for him, so he's filing for divorce. He then asked me to tell me what things of mine I wanted him to ship and that he wants to do things fairly via mediation. Also said he'd only be responding to calls regarding our daughter and to contact his lawyer for everything else. This is a straw that broke the camel's back for me, because leading up to Thanksgiving, he's already been complaining that he's spending the holidays alone and it's all my fault. For a little context, I moved my daughter, 16 female, from Kentucky to Atlanta 3 years ago because she wants to get into acting and singing. She's now attending a performing arts high school and trying to make a living acting. My husband was supportive at first. He sent in 60 applications to jobs in Atlanta, but even though he's been managing a motel for 13 years here, he only got entry-level interviews. My husband initially said there's FaceTime and he has airplane points, but soon I saw how inflexible he was. Every conversation was unbearable because if I picked his brain, he knew I'd be running into a brick wall. Instead of learning to enjoy long distance, it was like, quote, fulfilling marriage equals long distance? Nope, unquote. This is really confusing so far. Let me do a midway recap and then we'll read the rest. This woman gets an email from her husband of 21 years saying that he wants a divorce. She's providing some context. She moved herself and their 13-year-old daughter at the time, this is 3 years ago, she's now 16, out of Kentucky into Atlanta so that the girl can pursue acting and singing. The husband was initially okay with it. He tried getting a job in Atlanta, but couldn't, even though he's been managing a motel for 13 years. And so they've been doing a long distance thing. He asked us to move back during the actor's strike. At that time, he had already agreed he could have sex with others as long as he fulfilled his other obligations. Okay, bit of a curveball. He agreed to our arrangement, but dumped the woman after a month and got more petty, saying the woman he wants wouldn't be into married men. So now it's getting a little bit spicier. They both agreed that he could have sex with another woman because they were long distance and he didn't have that intimacy. So they agreed on that arrangement. But after a month, he said he didn't like it anymore because the woman he wants wouldn't be into married men. He doesn't want to be with a woman who would bang him while he's married. That's essentially what he's saying. Our final flight was over when I said we were going to have a virtual Thanksgiving with my mom and wish her recovery from her surgery. He said, why don't you come back and tell her in person? He also said, instead of me giving input over Christmas decorations, to come back and do it in person. He said he had more intimacy with the escort than me because it was in person. And I called him a hospitality manager stereotype, unable to adapt to any change and stuck in his path. Okay, this needs some summarizing. This is weird. She's not going home for Thanksgiving to see her mom, who just recovered from a surgery. She's also not giving any input on Christmas decorations because she's not fucking going back for that either. So this wife is not coming home for Thanksgiving, not coming home for Christmas. And then he says he had more intimacy with the escort than me because it was in person. Okay, he wants to see you in person. This man wants to see his wife in person, and she's not coming home. The fury boiled over after his email, and I replied and CC'd the extended family, friends who only hear from him and his side, his co-workers, friends of the family, just to tell them that the man who says he's the peacemaker is divorcing me over email, and that he's been seeing other women, and saying that his 1 month fling with an escort was more fulfilling. Am I the asshole? My only regret is that a friend's kid got a hold of the email and I've had to shield my daughter and explain that her dad is divorcing me. Okay. Now, like I said, I already read most of this. So I already have had time to stew on this and think about it. And holy fuck, she's fucked. So many layers. That's why I had to save this one because this was posted today. I had to save this one. I was like, holy fuck, dude. She took her 13-year-old daughter out of her school to be a fucking dance mom. Okay. To be a fucking stage mom. And she refuses to go back and visit for holidays? to her husband, who has been trying to make this work. She even entered into an agreement where he can like date an escort. And obviously, he shouldn't have agreed to that, but if it's still an agreement, and then after it doesn't work out with the escort because he was like, this doesn't work for me, I don't like this either, this is fucked up, she then blasts everybody in their life with an email saying that he's been hooking up with an escort. She CC'd the extended family, all his friends, his co-workers, friends of the family, to tell them that he's divorcing her. Dude, this woman is such a piece of shit. Holy fuck. Oh, and then this last line, my only regret is that a friend's kid got a hold of the email and I've had to shield my daughter and explain that her dad is divorcing me. So now your daughter is gonna have little friends and stuff and people in her circle and in all your circle that know about this fucking email that's being blasted out, exposing all of this, like, these things that you think are so fucking horrible. But you're the one who fucking won't go visit for the holidays because you have to be a fucking stage mom. That is crazy. You abandoned your marriage to be a stage mom 3 years ago. Yeah, this is the perfect summary. This is a perfect summary. You abandoned your marriage to be a stage mom 3 years ago, agreed he could see other women after you did that, and now you're trying to shame him publicly for finally throwing in the towel. This person came onto Reddit 6 hours ago and posted this about themselves, dude. You clearly love drama. Yeah, that's definitely a very dramatic thing. You're the asshole for a million reasons, the least of which is abandoning your husband because your 13-year-old wants to act and misleading your friends and family into thinking he cheated on you. Yeah, she misrepresented the fucking idea of having that escort around. It doesn't even sound like you want to be married. Yeah, other than the fact that he pays the bills. Well, we don't know that. Wait, what does she do? If she was able to move out, what does she do? Maybe she does make good money on her own. It's not even relevant though. It's not that far from Kentucky to Atlanta. Yeah, wait, how far is that? It's a 5-hour drive. That's not that big of a deal. Come on. Maybe she has a sugar daddy in Atlanta. You never know. I can't say your husband was without fault. I agree. He still agreed to be with an escort, right? That's always going to be a sticky situation. But even in your telling of the story, it is all about you and your daughter and never about meeting him halfway or understanding his wants. Yeah. And your evil and dishonest move of saying, why don't you see other women for intimacy? Yeah. Then outing him to people unfamiliar with your arrangement is seeing other people for intimacy is awful. Yes, exactly. She actually kind of contradicts herself. She's conflating fulfillment with intimacy. So we had already agreed that he could have sex with others as long as he fulfilled his other obligations. He agreed to it but didn't like it overall. So he wasn't fulfilled with that. She says down here that saying that his 1-month fling with an escort was more fulfilling, he didn't say it was fulfilling. He said that he had more intimacy with the escort because it was in person. He didn't say he was more fulfilled. He just said he had more intimacy. I don't know, maybe I'm looking too much into it. But she's conflating this idea that he said that he had more intimacy, which is objectively true, because intimacy is just close relationship, closeness, an intimate act, especially sexual intercourse. An intimate relationship is an interpersonal relationship that involves emotional or physical closeness between people and may include sexual intimacy and feelings of romance or love. That is not fulfillment. She's intentionally being deceptive in her description of saying that the 1-month fling was more fulfilling when he did not say fulfilling. He said intimate. See what I mean, dude? This woman is a mess, dude. A bad person. That was entirely inappropriate to involve others in a very sensitive and difficult moment. You have the right to be upset, but involving others makes you look petty. Also, she's complaining about him sending a fucking divorce email when she won't go to fucking Thanksgiving and Christmas in person. Oh, dude. Double standards, man. I'm going to open up her profile because I want to see if she responded to any comments or anything. All right. Oh, she did respond to one comment. Honestly, this divorce sounds like a great idea. It sounds like you'd rather focus on your daughter and his wanting a true partnership, which it sounds like you don't. Does not make him awful. It's fair. Yeah, he wants a partnership. That's why it didn't work with the escort. He wants a fucking partner. It is what it is. You're not awful for pursuing what you and your daughter want, but you would be for continuing to insist that your husband to essentially be trapped in a loveless marriage that's not working for him, or consider his needs because it works for you. And also on top of that, being long distance and not fucking making an effort to go see him. Do you work or are you just using him as an ATM? I help sew dance costumes for parents I know in the area. She is just a dance mom, i.e. doesn't work. Yeah. So that's a no. Def has a sugar daddy. Look, I don't want to fucking speculate too much, but like, let's also remember like what industry she's pulling her daughter in. I don't want to fucking make any accusations or anything, but like these fucking people, dude, dance moms, stage moms, it's literally like, I'm not gonna say it. You know what I'm fucking trying to say, dude. You never know, dude. Could be some fucked up shit going on too, you know what I mean? You never fucking know. It's a target rich environment. That is exactly where, if I was the FBI, that's exactly where I'd be looking. I think everything has been said about this. Crazy, dude. Crazy. I kind of want to look back at her profile like later on if she responds to anything else. I think the dude knows her and knew that going down there in person would have led to a crazy confrontation. Yeah, I wonder what that would be like. I want to hear from the husband. He's probably got a whole different fucking side of this story. There's probably so much shit that she's left out. Stage moms, jail. True. What a thread. What a thread. What do you say? Do we end it on that one? I'm going to keep that one saved, actually. Okay, you know what? Fine. I'll do one more. Am I the asshole for divorcing my pregnant wife because she looked into my phone? This one might be juicy. We'll see. What's in your phone that made you so, like, aggro? There's probably not a lot of scenarios in which divorcing your pregnant wife is the favorable or reasonable outcome. Looking into my phone doesn't sound like one of those. My wife started jokingly making snide comments that I was having an affair. That's so funny because that is exactly what people do. Like they always like jokingly make accusations to kind of like test the waters to see the reaction, but they actually mean it. I thought she was teasing me, so I mostly ignored her or laughed with her. I didn't know she was acting serious. Then she was getting more irritated and arguments increased. In one argument, I asked her what her problem was, and she told me that I am cheating. She told me that I was cheating. She started telling me all the time I was late from work and how I was staring at women in park, etc. I tried to explain everything and resolve her doubts. I even offered her therapy to clear her doubts. Then she started demanding to see my cell phone. I was like, nope, I don't have to do that. I never asked to see her cell phone, by the way. She told me if I had nothing to hide, I should do it. Okay, let's stop there for a second. This is an interesting conversation because there's this circular logic, this circular argument that happens. Let me see your phone. No. Why are you saying no? Well, are you saying no because you're hiding something? Or are you saying no because you feel that the person should trust you and that they shouldn't have to look at your phone? It's so impossible. If Ashlyn, my girlfriend, asked me for my phone to look at it, like if she was having suspicions of me cheating, I would let her look at my phone. It's okay. Cause like that would end the I feel like that should, hopefully, that would end the suspicions in her mind. That would put her mind at ease to just be like, yes, I'm sorry that you think that you feel this way, but here's my fucking phone. Read every message because I got nothing to hide. Now, if I had something to hide, I wouldn't be like, oh, you caught me. I would say, well, you should trust me. You shouldn't have to look at my phone because that's what a cheater would say. A cheater would say that. A cheater would draw this line and saying, if you look at my phone, that means you're betraying our trust because you don't trust me. But like, bro, that's what a cheater would say. So I feel like in this situation, if a partner asks you for your phone and you're not cheating, just let them look through your fucking texts. And then you can fucking resolve it later, okay? But like, diffuse the situation, just show the texts. I told her she should trust me and that I should not have to give proof of my honesty to her. But she would not let it go, so I unlocked it and told her. If she looks into my phone, we are done. Bro, come on, dude. That's a little bit extreme. Am I the only person who asked my boyfriend to get on my phone and text people for me? Maybe I'm just weird. No, you're not the only one. I've definitely done that. Like if I'm driving and I need to respond to somebody, I'll be like, hey, can you text real quick? Can you just say this? I don't give a fuck. I got nothing to hide, dude. You know what's good about my life? Having a fucking clear conscience, dude. Never having to fucking lie about anything. Never having to fucking hide anything, dude. You know how fucking easy my life is? It's so fucking easy, dude. I have no secrets. It's beautiful. She checked my phone and just went numb. Of course she didn't find anything. I never cheated, and I don't plan to ever cheat. I told her I will move out, and we can figure out the rest. Bro, this dude's overreacting. She freaked out and tried to apologize, but there is no going back. He is overreacting, dude. It's his wife. First of all, this isn't a girlfriend of 2 months. This is his wife who's fucking pregnant. He is way overreacting. Now she is blaming it on pregnancy hormones. That's valid. Saying she was having dreams that I was cheating. Also valid, dude. The girls are out here always having dreams where their boyfriends are fucking cheating on them, dude. And then they actually get mad at the boyfriend. Ashlyn has literally done that. It's so fucking funny. I understand that, but she should have trusted me. I don't have to provide proof. It should be implicit. Otherwise, why marry me? No, dude. People cheat on their wives? What do you mean? Do you think it's like fucking physically impossible for people to cheat on their husband or wife? What do you mean it should be implicit otherwise? Yeah, okay. Should be, right? Does this man know the difference between a normative and a descriptive statement? Should be implicit is a normative statement. That means how things ought to be. In an idealistic world, a husband and wife should be able to trust each other and not have any suspicions of cheating. The descriptive reality of the situation is that people have been cheating on their fucking husbands and wives forever. So it's reasonable to have a fucking lingering suspicion, especially if you're fucking pregnant and your body is literally fucking fighting you hormonally. This woman, this wife, is not stepping out of line. She's hormonal. She's having fucking dreams about cheating and it's gotten her thinking about it. And then he's acting sus when she asks for his phone, of him drawing a fucking hard line in the sand, saying that if you look at my phone, we're fucking done. This dude's being weird, bro. It sounds like this dude wanted to be out of the relationship. Yeah, he definitely wanted to be out. Exactly. He already wanted to be out. He was looking for an excuse. If she was having bad thoughts, we could just talk it out, went to therapy. She should not have put me in this position. It's very insulting that my own wife wants proof of my fidelity. That she thinks that I am a kind of person who would cheat on his wife, pregnant wife on top of that. She called her parents and they called mine and they are all trying to make me forgive her. Yeah, dude, you're clearly in the wrong. I have made up my mind. She crossed the line. It's over. I just feel sad. I just feel so sad. I had planned a lot of things. I had spent countless hours baby-proofing my house. I just wanted a happy family for myself, and it's all gone. Now I have to figure out how to be a single parent. Brother! Oh my god, this guy is such a fucking baby. Now I have to figure out how to be a single parent. Dude, brother, you shot yourself in the foot. You made this fucking bed, dude. You made this fucking bed. My phone is buzzing all fucking day. I have stopped replying to texts and receiving calls. I do think I have the right to be trusted in my own marriage without having to go to give proof every step of the way. I have a right to be trusted in my own marriage? What is this fucking moron saying, dude? This guy's a clown, bro. I'm praying to God that the Reddit comments are not on this guy's side. Holy shit. I mean, come on. What girl hasn't had a hormonal-induced dream that their significant other cheated? Yeah. He's looking for a reason to leave. 100%. This guy's a bozo, dude. I understand feeling what you're feeling, but to go straight to divorce with a pregnant wife over this? Yeah, my wife cried ugly over baby's gummy bears while she was pregnant because eating them was murder. You are not the asshole for how you're feeling, but leave your kid and wife over is kind of overkill. He is the asshole for leaving, yeah, not for how he felt, yes. Nothing wrong with feeling hurt, but again, yeah, he was overreacting. The hormones are real, yes. Dude here who had pregnant wife recently, the hormones are real. It's not something we are capable of understanding to the full extent. My wife thought I was cheating too, even though she also knew I had zero time to. A female client who was very bubbly sent a few texts and it worsened her suspicion. When they gain the weight, they feel more insecure and it compounds it. Yeah, that's a factor I didn't even think of. From dude to dude, you're the asshole. But chalk it up to ignorance and being a dumb, naive dude who, thankfully, won't ever understand what it's like to have a body create chemicals that alter their... dumb, naive dude. Is this just ignorance and him being dumb? I think it's a lot more than him being... That's the easy way out. Just saying this dude is dumb and doesn't understand how fucked up hormones can be and like what level of effect it can have on women and their thinking when they're pregnant. That's the easy way out. Just saying he's a dumb, naive dude, that's the easy way out. Because I don't think that's the reality here. He's not ready to be a fucking father and a husband. Like he got cold fucking feet. And he's like, I want out of this. Now I got to rethink my life because imagine if like, dude, this is like no different than like if like your wife offers to make you a peanut butter jelly sandwich. And instead of creamy peanut butter, she used chunky. And that was the final fucking straw, dude. I had to get out of that relationship. I feel like this is on the same fucking level. Also, notice how it's my house. I bought the house we live in before I met my wife, but it's currently our home. Yeah, this guy is looking to get out. He also said, I had planned a lot of things. I had spent countless hours baby-proofing house. I just want to be a happy family again. Now it's gone. Which doesn't make any sense. Divorce or no divorce, the baby is still coming. So why would the countless hours baby-proofing the house be gone all for naught? I love that. Throwing a naught in there, dude. I think it's obvious he's looking for any way out. Yep, that's it. Oh my god, he bought a baby gate. Now he's a martyr. I've hormone cried over some silly stuff. I wish Kai could remember, but yeah, what it was though. Yeah, I cried damn near every night, begging my boyfriend not to leave me for someone else. Being pregnant sucks. But yeah, no, I still think, what do you guys think about like the whole like showing the phone conversation? Because like I know my stance on it, which is like just show the phone if you've got nothing to hide. Not a big deal. I don't think it should be this like hill to die on about some sort of like weird trust thing in a relationship. Because the idea of like trust is like, well, what does that mean? What does trust really mean? Because trust is kind of fucking meaningless. Everybody that cheats on you, you trusted them not to, right? So what the fuck does that mean? You don't think that your partner's gonna cheat on you, and then they do. Not every partner cheats. Most partners don't cheat. I don't understand this trust hill that people try to die on. Why wouldn't you show it and prove to your wife that she's the only person you want? I just don't understand, lol. And like, if I was suspicious of someone cheating and I asked for their phone and I looked through their phone and I didn't find anything, that would make me feel a lot better. I'd be like, okay, I'm sorry, I suspected it. You have verified that you're not fucking around. So sorry for looking through your texts. This dude definitely was looking for a way out. To pretend that this was his hill to die on, unbelievable. Well, I'm glad we did one more. I guess in my case, showing my phone would make me a little uncomfortable. That's true, it would be uncomfortable because I'm naturally a very private person, but I would get over it. Yeah, confirmation of my fidelity would be 1,000 times more important. Exactly. It would be kind of weird because it's like, well, what if I like said some cringe shit to like one of my friends, you know what I mean? Or there was like other private things. But she's only looking for fucking girls' names, you know what I mean? I would show it and then have to get out of jail free card for a future little fight. My girlfriend is so like weird and just deranged that I don't even think I'd want to see her texts, especially not her group chats with her friends. All right, that was a really good thread. That was an amazing one. I love when people self-report when they post in these subreddits and they actually are the asshole. That's actually really funny. You are throwing yourself to the sharks, dude. That's crazy. I love that. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. And if you want to watch these live, the links to my Twitch are in my description. If you have really good threads that you want to share, the link to my Discord is also in the description. If you're watching on Twitch right now, thank you guys for watching.